So the coolest part of training people is people. I get to meet a ton of different types of people from all walks and have for close to 2 decades, right? California is super diverse. It's been pretty amazing. In looking at so many people, what do you think the most common trend I found? Why do you struggle with your eating and your workouts? Why does it get so hard to continue achieving? Stress is probably one or two, with trauma being the other one. Stress. Everyone handles it differently, and everyone has a different workload, but stress is always the central thesis to the struggles you guys, that me, coaches, face. It's hard to maintain great discipline, good eating, smart decisions when you're stressed out. And we often fuel it, so it's not just like a little. Stress could be a month-long, year-long thing, especially if we don't do nothing about it. Case in point, one of the first meal plans I made at our new gym when we moved in there was Teddy, all right? Now, Teddy was, before his 50th birthday, was a lifelong runner. He worked in the mayor's office. He came to see me because he was winning an award. Finally, somewhat of a lifetime achievement award for him. He's gonna get his tie on, his blazer, give a nice speech, fly off to Reno, and do that whole nine. Well, he wanted to get in shape. It seems that in the last 2-3 years, being in the mayor's office had taken him to a new level of stress, and he just really couldn't take it. Add to that, he blew out both of his ACLs. He couldn't run anymore, and that was the only thing the guy enjoyed. So I had to make him a meal plan that fueled him for running. Then we had to get him to a point where he could run 3 to 4 miles multiple times per week. We were able to do that, and he started losing weight. We lost 20 pounds. All was good. Then came his award ceremony. In that interim, he's got mayoral duties, work, right? He's living by himself in a nice house, which is falling apart essentially because he bought it in the old part of town. So he's fixing that on the weekends with his partner. He's constantly having to deal with intercepting messages to his higher ups. You can imagine what kind of stresses go on inside of a mayoral's office, right? A mayor's office. Anyway, he's gonna go away for 2 weeks after that 2-month period, finally receiving his award. I hear later that Teddy is in the hospital. Dude got his award, went to bed, flew back to California, and had his first heart attack. And the guy was laid up. Man, I couldn't believe it myself, but I remember thinking like, man, he was so stressed out all the time. And what we were doing inside the gym was just chipping away at that stress. But the minute that event came closer to his life, it must have all just reached some kind of fever pitch, and it put him in the hospital, right? So I go to see him, his partner's sitting there, surprised to see me. We talk about how we're gonna get back in it. We talk about how his eating changed right before that happened. His workouts suffered before the incident happened. And yeah, maybe the incident still happens genetically, but all the stressors he had been putting on himself, unfortunately, before that kind of added up. He recovered. We were able to work out, though a little bit less. And he started coming back in slowly. But the deal is this, guys. When we take for granted the things that we put inside our body, if we're unhealthy and really stressed out, that's a milieu. It's a milieu for illness. And that illness can happen at any time, especially considering our current climate, isn't it? So guys, always remember, do your part for yourself and for your loved ones, right? And take an extra minute to de-stress. Find ways to manage it. Find ways to be smart about it. Meditating, reading, doing things you enjoy, doing that thing that fills up your batteries, oftentimes is the thing that de-stresses you. Sounds simple, I know, but a little practice, you could do it.